How far is Batman willing to go to save his surrogate family from the new threat of karma? Well, let's hop on in together to Detective Comics issue number 985 and find out for ourselves, shall we? Alrighty then, so as we join the comic, Bruce is desperately trying to figure out where exactly the villain Karma knows him from. After all, he called him by name and even left a dagger calling card to taunt him. After doing some Miami Vice style fast driving, Bruce is eventually able to call up the memory of where that dagger is from. It belonged to a particularly brutal gun runner in Markovia. You get it? Markovia, where Geoforce is the prince. Geoforce was on the Outsiders with Black Lightning. It seems Batman did battle with this guy early on in his career when his morals were, let's just say, a little bit more flexible. He wasn't going to bring this guy in, instead he exposed him to a bunch of Scarecrow fear toxin to try and break his mind. It worked, some might say too well, because once again, Batman seems to have had a direct hand in creating another villain who wants to destroy him and his family. And speaking of the kids, we check on in with them next. They're all held up in Bruce's expensive penthouse waiting for the heat to die down and watched over by their new reluctant den father, Black Lightning. Okay, I understand why Cassie and Duke have to be here. They're orphans with nowhere else to go, but why is Barbara here? She kinda has her own place, her dad's a cop, and she has her own super team in the Birds of Prey. Why is Batgirl being forced to essentially eat at the kids' table right now? Also, is anyone gonna warn Nightwing and Jason, or is it just assumed that they're elsewhere in other cities so they don't matter? After much discussion, Jefferson eventually gets worn down. He knows one way or another these kids are gonna be involved in Batman's fight, even if Batman doesn't want them to be. And I mean, really, dangerous situations like this are the last time you should try and shrink your friend pool. If anything, if you had more friends, you'd have more people watching your back. What our heroes do know for sure, though, is that if Karma truly can read minds as he seems to, they're going to have to come up with a brand new mode of attack, and soon. That's because Karma's gone all Dirty Harry Scorpio Killer by kidnapping an entire bus full of children as well as a local news anchor to read his manifesto. He says that his run-in with Batman forever changed him, forced him to battle his fears head on and become a better person at the end of the day, although that's questionable judging by what he's doing. He says that the Batman who was willing to do that to him was harder, grittier, edgier, and so much cooler, guys. And that a Batman who is well-adjusted and has the love of his family and sidekicks won't be willing to go that extra mile the next time there's someone like Karma running around. And it's for all these reasons and more, Karma's ultimate plan is to offer Batman an impossible Sophie's choice. If you don't kill all your sidekicks in 24 hours, I'm gonna kill all these children. So, in short, for those of you playing along at home, make things the way I like them or I'm going to hurt you. And that right there is where the comic comes to a close. So that was Detective Comics, everyone, and overall, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Again, I keep coming back to the thing I've been coming back to all arc, and that is the massive amount of discontinuity going on with how Batman treats his sidekicks. The shining star continues to be Black Lightning himself. After all, this is his guest arc. Hill does have a way with writing him, and he does seem like the only true adult in the room at times. Karma has still yet to win me over as a character. I get it, you're a critique of toxic fan culture, but once again, he's very derivative. I feel Christopher Priest did the exact same thing much better in his last Justice League run. I also feel 90% certain that the origin we got in this issue isn't the real origin and that he's going to be revealed to be the comic fan from the first issue. I would really be surprised if that's not the case. Overall, I'd give this one a 7 out of 10. It has its moments, but I feel ultimately could be a lot better. Hey there everyone, it's Cape Joel again. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, why not check out some of these other videos I've been working on from the channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And hey, if you're in the market for a comic book trade and don't want to pay a lot of money, please use my book depository link down in the description. Not only will you save a bundle, not have to pay for shipping, but everything you buy via my link goes to support me in the channel, which is always nice. So until next time everyone, thanks again for watching, and I will be back again with more comic content that smacks of greatness.